What's happening, Sue? Sue, you on YouTube? You on YouTube? Where you checking in from, Sue? YouTube or Facebook? Okay, you on YouTube. Good, good. We need folks registering on YouTube. We've had a couple new subscribers over the last few days. I appreciate that. I appreciate the Have Space pushing us towards YouTube. And I got to start doing a little bit more work through there. Doing a little bit more work through there. You know, I'll get that done. Right now, I'm going to get focused on what we got. And I tell you, y'all government confuses me. They won't make lynching bills, making it a hate crime to lynch black folks. We done had numerous voting bills starting back in the 1800s. We still fucking with that. Of course, John Conyers died with his H.R. 40 bill hanging in the balance, still not being seen. Makes no sense. I mean, they wanted to call him the conscience of Congress. He was that voice, but he couldn't get a bill passed where they could study, not actually pay black folks, but study reparations. Now, you can't get one Republican to vote against Juneteenth becoming a national holiday. I mean, why do you think that Juneteenth becoming a national holiday is just the easy sweep? Not one Republican went against Juneteenth becoming a national holiday. Because, of course, they're going to be paid on this day. So it don't matter when Juneteenth falls. This year it falls on Saturday. Next year it'll fall on Sunday. So they'll get paid to be off on a day that they was already going to be off. And when it kicks over to Monday, they'll get that day off and be paid for it. So you're going to have people who enslaved us, well, whose ancestors enslaved us, be paid on a day that we were set free. That just don't sit right with me. And I find it to be troublesome. How could a Caucasian person look at their vacation pay and their holiday pay and their sick pay and then circle back and say, damn, I got paid for a day that slaves were freed, and think that that was okay? We get paid for the day that slaves were free. If every white person in America doesn't denounce that, there's a problem. Many of you don't work for a government, but your companies will still be able to pay you because it's a national holiday. How many white people are going to actually decline to be paid on that day? Or will they take the money? Will white people take the money? I mean, come on. It's the day slaves were freed. It's not a good day. It's not a good day. It's not a celebratory day. So I don't need people out here partying. Y'all need to be remembering, not celebrating. And I know that a lot of you think it's the same thing, but we've already talked about that. We've already gone about. I've actually left videos about that. I know you didn't see them. You didn't see them. If anybody of African descent, if anybody who is a descendant of freedmen, who is a descendant of slavery, doesn't have a problem with this, they're a problem. They're a problem. What's happening, free? Doing your usually good job making sure people entering and exiting with a hello and a welcome. I appreciate that. I just don't see how this can become a national holiday and not cause problems. This is going to cause problems. It's going to be trouble, trouble. I haven't seen any kickback from the CBC. I haven't seen any kickback from any black politician. As a matter of fact, I've seen black politicians celebrating this. You're going to celebrate the day that we were freed and laud the fact they want to make this a national holiday? Come on, man. If they wanted to make Juneteenth a national holiday, it should be a day of repair. That's what it should be. That's when the disbursements, the initial disbursements for reparations should go out on June 19th. Now, I know they ain't got shit in order right now, so I'm not going to live under the fallacy that it's going to get done in 2021. But if they really want to make Juneteenth a holiday, a national holiday, for June 19th, 2022, reparations. They can start it before if they want. But I think that would be, if they, because we symbolic anyway, right? We're gonna be symbolic. Let's be symbolic. Let's be symbolic and shit. If you want to make it a national holiday, we got to be getting something. See, because that's our national day of independence. That is Black Americans' Declaration of Independence. We weren't free in 1776, so we can't celebrate that shit. Now, I know some of y'all coon-ass niggas gonna do that. Y'all gonna put your red, white, and blue on, and y'all gonna celebrate Independence Day, even though your great-great-great-granddaddy was in shackles, getting his ass beat, and your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was getting raped at night. But you going out there and keep celebrating that. Fucking clowns. Our Declaration of Independence is June 19th, 1865, not July 4th, 1776. We was picking cotton that day. We missed the celebration. That's all it is. And you know what I think is crazy? Because I fuck with the red, black, and green. I understand the concept of it. But motherfucker, red, white, and blue is my flag. A black woman made that flag. Why wouldn't I rep that flag? So when we have our Juneteenth flag, it's a red, white, and blue flag. We can't rep the red, black, and green. The red, black, and green ain't did shit for us. We can't pass no policy with red, black, and green. We can pass some policy with that red, white, and blue. Our blood is on that red, black, red, white, and blue. I understand the concept. But that Pan-Africanism, we rode that train to nowhere. We rode that train to nowhere. Pan-Africanism can't survive. Doesn't survive, doesn't even live. I know there's some people out here who think they live in like Pan-Africanists. They work somewhere and somebody pays them a check and taxes come out of it. Or they got a business and they applied for a PPP loan and got it. You're not a Pan-Africanist. You're a Pan-Opportunist. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. You niggas something else. I mean, we're talking about the most insulting fucking thing you could do. The day that slaves were set free. Well, at least everywhere except Texas. Because remember, in Texas, slaves were down there 2-3 years later, still slaves. Still slaves. They weren't set free without any education, without any communication, without anybody to literally tell them that they were free. They just kept working. June 19th, 1865 came and went, and them motherfuckers didn't know nothing. Weren't told nothing. It was a couple years later and shit. So they're like, whoa. Y'all still doing this down here? That's why motherfuckers that live in Texas, y'all live different. Y'all live different. And I know there's some black Americans down there that live really, really, really well. But ain't that in the back of y'all minds? That's in the back of your minds, ain't it? They held on to slaves 2-3 years longer than they needed to. Hell, slaves were held on to people 246 years longer than they needed to, but you know what I'm saying. Motherfuckers wouldn't tell the people that they had been set free by the government. And my thing is, how come the government didn't know for 2 years? How come the government didn't say nothing? They ain't got no government in Texas? They ain't got no state legislature in Texas? I mean, come on. 2 to 3 years later, people were still down there in shackles. legally. The Civil Rights Bill in 1866 came and went. They didn't even know they had none. Oh, man. I think I screenshotted that too. Did I do that on this phone? Shit. I think I did it on the other one. God damn it. It's about this stinking bitch. Oh, no, I sent it. Whoever the fuck Daniela Herzog is, she needs to eat a dick twice. Something tells me that she don't eat dick at all, but she needs to eat one twice. Consensually, and I ain't trying to force nothing on her, but I think she likes another kind of meat. She's the one that said Father's Day needs to be canceled. Full-throated. No meat involved, but you know what I mean. She said that Father's Day should be banned because it's disrespectful to single mothers and same-sex couples. Single mothers? Aren't they celebrated on Mother's Day? Daniela? Single mothers got a whole day, a whole month before Father's Day. Where you at, Daniela, on this? You think single mothers need to get Mother's Day and Father's Day? Come on, Daniela. I kind of see your logic, but I really don't. You saying because she's doing both roles, she should be celebrated on Father's Day. But I'm sorry, she didn't stick the dick inside herself and get pregnant. There was a man involved. So there is a father out there. Whether he's absentee or not, he's still the father. She's not the mother and the father. She's just somebody who may be playing dual roles. So what she should have said, disrespectful to single mothers who play dual roles. Not disrespectful to single mothers. You're off key there. Just because their relationship doesn't work out doesn't mean there's not a father figure who deserves to be celebrated on Father's Day, Daniela. So y'all throw these broad statements out, and then here I come chopping that shit up. You can be a broad if you want to, but after I'm done with you, what the fuck? How the fuck that slip out? All right. Can't do that in the car. Be up under the steering wheel. As a father who's always been there, and as a father who's always been single. Hell, even when I was married, I was single. How could I feel as if I wasn't worthy because I wasn't in my child's life every day, all day? How could I feel that way? Because that's what you're saying. They're not worthy. Men that don't stay with the mothers aren't worthy. That's what you said here. And if she's left to raise that child on her own and there is a paternal figure outside of the home, that's just because the relationship didn't work out. But say she's left to raise that child on her own and the father doesn't kick in and she doesn't get into another relationship and there's no grandfather and there's no uncles and there's no whatever. She's still just the mother who went through a situation where she had to play dual roles and she had no support. But she doesn't get to celebrate Father's Day. No way, no how. Motherfuckers that believe shit like this are motherfuckers that can call Megan the mayor a stallion. I'm not calling a woman a stallion. I don't give a fuck how many records she sells. She Megan the mayor. I ain't throwing on no goddamn disclaimers. Y'all know how the fuck I feel about the LGBTQIAAP. And then there's same-sex couples. There's a difference between the LGBTQIAAP and same-sex couples. I have no problem with same-sex couples. But I do got a problem with the LGBTQIAP. Because, see, this is some of that shit. Same-sex couples being disrespected. Now, she must be talking about women same-sex couples. Because she can't be talking about father same-sex couples. Because that's two fathers on Father's Day. Now, one probably only produced that child, and the other one didn't give birth to it, so another woman gave birth to it. But they probably both gonna get to celebrate Father's Day because they're both men. I don't think the gay men celebrate Mother's Day. I think they just probably both celebrate Father's Day if there's a child involved. But she's saying that women would be disrespected on Father's Day if they're in a same-sex couple. And see, that man isn't around to celebrate Father's Day. Well, you went and married a woman, so you have a wife. She is not your husband. She is your wife, so it's not disrespectful. Nobody's disrespecting her. She may wear all pants. She may wear all buttons-ups. She may wear men's shoes. She may wear men's drawers. She may have a strap-along. I don't know. But it's not going to make her a father. And even if she tries to do the roles of the absentee father, who may be absentee, I'm not sure if he's not in the kid's life or not, she still can't be that child's father. She just has to play that role of where a father may be on something. But she can never be his father or her father. She a woman, man. My cousin verified it. She a woman, bro. She is a woman. Megan, the mayor, is a woman. My cousin she got documentation from back in the day. She grew up in Atlanta. Yeah, she a woman, for real. I just saw some pictures of her like with no makeup on and shit and no weave and all that shit. Yeah, she a woman. And she's going to get called mayor by me. I'm not going to call her the stallion because she doesn't have the dong-along. You know, them horses got a dong-along. And she ain't got a dong-along. Father's Day is so offensive to same-sex parents and single mothers. Stop the patriarchy and ban Father's Day. Bitch, eat a dick. Twice. How the fuck you gonna discount the motherfucker who made the child? Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. But if you want to have a baby, you better feel like a nut. You better feel like a nut. It don't matter how you get it either. It don't matter how you get it. If you don't get it from the brother, you go to the sperm bank. You get you a turkey baster and find you a friend that'll give you some nut. Either way, you got to find a man. You got to find a father's seed. Now, whether they choose to be in that child's life or not, That baby came from a man. How you gonna ban fathers? Cancel fatherhood? Who raises bitches like this? And you don't want to chalk it up to feminism every time. And I know that that's what they think they're doing. They think they're being feminist. No, you're not being feminist. Acting like the world is just all vagina is not being feminist. I've seen shit like this before, but because it's coming right up on Father's Day, I guess I'm really just trying to take up for the bros, because I've already said I don't want to celebrate Father's Day this year. I don't need to celebrate it. I've celebrated enough. I've had some of the greatest Father's Days that fathers could ever say. I know who the fuck I am. I know who the fuck I am. I also know who the fuck I'm not. So I don't need to celebrate Father's Day. I don't need no cards. I don't need no gifts. I don't need no socks. I don't need no candy. I don't need nothing. I don't wear neckties. I do need some house shoes, but I'm going to get them probably the next day or so. I just been busy. And I can't find no good house shoes that I like no more. I used to get house shoes at Big Lots. They ain't had my house shoes in months. I'm going to find me some. I'm going to find me some tomorrow. What you say, bro? First the men are getting erased, then the mothers are being called birthing parents. Bro, what the fuck? I just saw that shit. Birthing parents. So they're calling a woman now birthing parent? So there's a birthing parent and a non-birthing parent? Is that what they're saying? These motherfuckers are incredible. How do women feel about that, bro? I ain't seen no work on it. Birthing parents. Birthing parents? Man, if y'all in here on the Haps, please like this video. Like this video. That builds this digital footprint. You know, people scroll by your shit, they see a few likes, they be like, oh, okay, they must have been interested. So please like this clip. If you're in Facebook, YouTube space, I see the thumbs up. I think the thumbs up must be you, Sue. You be coming in early. There's always a thumbs up at the end of the clip. I appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to Black Watch Media on YouTube, please do so. We need the subscribers. We need to get them subs up. Here go my shaft beat. That's my shaft beat. Oh, man. Heard about this kid killing another kid over some fucking Air Jordans. That shit is so 1995, motherfucker. You killing somebody over some shoes. Now his ass gone. He gone. Some gym shoes. Fucking insane to me. Juneteenth. And I know a lot of people didn't catch the video that I made about Juneteenth. About us remembering and not celebrating, remembering. A lot of people didn't catch that clip. A lot of people don't understand there's a difference between celebrating and remembrance. Gym shoes, Tam. Gym shoes. Damn, so, you know, they talking about making Juneteenth a national holiday, the day that black people were freed, and now everybody will be able to get a paid holiday on the day black people were freed. Now you're not black. So I gotta ask you, what do you genuinely think about people whose ancestors, and they know their ancestors were slave masters, being paid on the very day the slaves are free? I gotta put you on the spot because I think you can carry the weight. I think you can carry the weight. So I'm gonna put you on the spot. What do you think about that? See, and I know you said more than that. I appreciate you keeping it clean, but I know you said that don't make no fucking sense. But I appreciate you. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. But not one person voted against it. They vote against anti-lynching bills. They vote against reparations. They vote against study for reparations. They vote against ridiculously simple voting rights. They voted against civil rights. It is disrespectful. I just don't see it. You take a day of remembrance and now you turn it into a day that you want us to party. You dropping nuggets, B. You dropping nuggets. Who was the biggest brutalizer like for the Native Americans? Was that after Columbus and them? I don't really know. Who was that? I mean, wouldn't that be kind of like Nazis wanting to set up a booth at Jewish Pride Fest? I'm just thinking, like, they really don't mix, right? You want to come on the live, Kim? You want to come on the live? You there? You want to come on? Let's go. Mm. Go on and vent a little. Go on and vent a little. So, I just invited you in. Let me do it again. Yeah, you're in there. Invite still in there. I mean, they literally want to add this to the calendar as a national holiday for everybody to enjoy. And I think it would have been a bold statement, but they could have literally said, it's said to be the 11th federal holiday. So there's 10 federal holidays right now. What are they? I mean, the President's Days, all them President's Days, right? Federal holiday, but isn't that like Christmas and Thanksgiving? Aren't those federal holidays too? I mean, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. So you're going to make Juneteenth. So the difference between Juneteenth and Thanksgiving.
All right, Shannon.
What's happening?
Are we good?
I can see you.
Hey,
I can see you.
how you doing? All right. You know I was pissed.
Look, let me tell you something.
I've been hot all day.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know until I started seeing your post, seeing Shannon's post. I'm like, did they really do this? Like, did they really have a vote?
Off. I was going off. Hey, Frida. I was going off. And it's so funny because I was going to come in and talk about it anyway. But, yeah, they voted it in the Senate. And it passed, but they can't even talk about critical race theory. They don't want to pass that. I'm like, are we ADOS? Can you all hear me?
I think I can hear you clear. I can hear you clear.
Okay, so we can't even talk about critical race theory in our schools. I'm hoping you all Black people are seeing this, what they are doing, because they can't even pass an anti-lynching law. They can't even pass an anti-Black hate bill. But you can pass a fucking holiday with no tangibles, no reparations, no nothing.
And I don't want you.
Yet?
Huh?
I'm just talking to the Black folks to see if they awake yet, if they woke up yet.
I don't know, but I'm sharing this on all the Black pages we're part of. Hold on a second. All of them. I didn't even share it until you got on.
Look, I've been fired up since this morning.
This is nuts, though. So they said not one Republican went against it. Not one. So Tim Scott, Burgess Owens, all the people that are against reparations, they went for it too. They're about the symbolism too.
They don't want people to teach about critical race theory in schools, but you want to pass. It's so ass backwards because how you not going to want to talk about this part, but you're going to talk about a holiday that freed Black slaves. This is like a triple slap in the face because I told the story of my great-great-great-grandfather, Grandpa Milton Smoot. He ran from the Civil War in Virginia at the Smoot Plantation to Madison, West Virginia, him and his brothers to help start our family. He had to run from the war, from a plantation. And so that's why this thing is so close to me with ADOS and descendants of chattel slavery is because I'm from that. You know what I'm saying? But this is our holiday. ours. But you want to put your hand and foot in that, but you don't want to speak about race theory. America isn't a racist country, though.
So I guess my thing is, I know that this was all supposed to be happening with the George Floyd crime bill, which now is further from happening than closer. The HR 40 hearings, which that first one was a fiasco. That second one was a fiasco. So we don't have any. I don't even know if there's a third one when the next one is. But how did they get this in? How did they slip Juneteenth in as a celebratory moment? Huh?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. When you find out, let me know.
I'm like, I don't believe in the George Floyd crime bill anyway, because it doesn't have qualified immunity getting tossed out. So I don't actually want to hear about any type of police reform bill until they start talking about getting rid of qualified immunity. They can cancel them all for me, because until you're going to make someone own up to their job and whether they do it the right way or not, there's no point. Everybody out here has got a fucking job to do. And if you don't do the right job, they get rid of you. Everybody has that except police. I'm not sure how that is. Everybody has consequences except police. But you want the police to act in good faith. They don't wear their body cams. Oh, their body cams got turned off. Oh, this and all that. Come on, man. I don't believe in none of that. But I thought something like that was going to happen well before Juneteenth. I think Juneteenth is just, it's not a day that needs to be celebrated at all, but it's definitely not a day that needs to be federally acknowledged by people who enslaved us.
Pissed. I'm so pissed. Like, come on now. This is a holiday for us because our ancestors were free from slavery, and now you want to make a joke and a mockery of it by making a federal holiday, but yet still we don't even have an anti-hate bill, an anti-lynching bill, nothing tangible, no teeth in a lot of these bills. The HR 40 doesn't have any teeth. They tried to do away with cash payments. As Farrakhan even said, Farrakhan is even saying it. He's saying cash payments and land. He's pushing those two.
Because
but they don't want to deal with their
cash payment and land solves a lot.
Our ancestors.
Cash payment and land solves a lot. I'll give Farrakhan that, and because he said that a long time ago. I'll give him that. But what really changes everything, not just the land, not just the cash, but we've got to change the landscape of policy out here. I mean, we can get money, but if we can't put that money into the American system, we're just out here spending like we spend now. We spend irresponsibly, whereas most white people play with the house's money. They get loans, they get contracts and grants and all kinds of shit. They're not out here utilizing their own money for their businesses. They've got access. We don't have access. We need access.
Mm-hmm.
We need access.
We need economic access.
And that's it. That's all I need. I don't need access so I can go into a motherfucking restaurant. I don't need access so I can stay at the Howard Johnson's and shit. I don't give a fuck about staying in nobody's hotel. Give me my money. I'll stay where I want to stay. Give me my money. I'll cook the food I want to cook. I cook better. Look, when I saw that lunch counter in the Smithsonian Institute that we used to get beat up at, that we used to get flour and sugar and shit poured on us at, and hot coffee, get our food thrown at us? Why the fuck would I want to go to the Smithsonian Institute and relive some of the most detrimental shit? But when you want to do something positive for black folks, you want to show me Prince's guitar. You want to show me Muhammad Ali's boxing gloves. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Symbolism.
But then you got George Washington's uniform up there. That enslaving motherfucker. He ain't the father of my country. He might be the father of one of my aunts and uncles. Shit. And I know you grew up in the same type of system. Remember when they used to say George Washington's teeth were made out of wood?
It was slaves' teeth that.
Slave teeth.
Can you all imagine like slaves' teeth, like our teeth being put in his mouth? Like that's diabolical. I just can't even imagine.
Julius Anthony, you got to come on in here. And when Julius Anthony came in the house, they just pulled his teeth because George needed some. Julius Anthony didn't need his teeth no more. Now that George needed some, pulled Julius Anthony out the field. Because you know they didn't fucking take no dead slave's teeth. They took some teeth out of a motherfucker who was still living. That's what they did.
They're trying to erase all that history. All of that history. Oh, we didn't do our ancestors didn't do that stuff to them. Yes, y'all did. Yes, y'all did. And you need to pay for the crimes that you did. And you're still profiting off of our ancestors, period.
Let me tell you something, man. I was just looking at this shit yesterday. And I know you done seen it. I know Free done seen it. Everybody don't be understanding though how vital we are to this society. Air conditioning. You got your AC on, Kim?
I sure do.
Frida,
to have my AC on.
Frida, you got your AC on? Who else in here? Brother B? Tam, y'all got y'all AC on? Air conditioner invented by a black man. Y'all wash any clothes this week? Y'all wash some clothes this week? You put them in the dryer?
I sure. Yep.
The clothes dryer invented by a black man. Shit. Somebody got a light on. There's a light in there, light in the kitchen. Yep. The light over there. The light bulb. I don't want to hear shit about Thomas Edison. That was Lewis Latimer. A black man.
Black person.
If you ever have a fire in your house, before you call the fireman, you gonna pull out your fire extinguisher. Invented by a black man. It's the summer, and we kind of out the pandemic, so we gonna go outside and party and go to the outdoor concerts. When you grab them chairs out the back, it was a black man who created the folding chair. Think about that. Y'all got any furniture that you move around without having to pick it up? Black man created the furniture caster. And I'm old school. So I can iron on anything. But a black woman created the ironing board. So every time you go to the hotel All y'all stimmies. I know y'all be going to the hotel. Y'all get the ironing board. Y'all never iron shit. Y'all just drop the ironing board and just lay your clothes on it. Just know you laying your clothes on something that a black woman invented.
Yep.
Anybody got kids or you've been a kid, you see it all day. When a motherfucker brings his lunch to work and he's got it in a lunchbox, a black man created the lunchbox.
Because y'all know how to grab a shirt free-ish. We ain't all the way free.
So we don't get any credit for the automotive industry, although it's been said that Native Black Americans were deep in the history of creating the automobile. But there is verified history that a man named Edmund Berger created the spark plug. The spark plug. What happens if we walk outside and pull the spark plug out of our car? That car ain't gonna run no more.
Nope.
Spark plug. A black man. Do you know anybody that benefits off of the monies that spark plugs are sold? Appreciate that Facebook user that came and went. Brother Shabazz, peace from Lynchburg City. So, everybody talks about Alexander Graham Bell. We know who Alexander Graham Bell is, right?
Yep.
But do you know who Granville Woods is?
No.
Well, Granville Woods created the phone transmitter. But Alexander Graham Bell gets credit for creating the phone. See, when we couldn't get patents because we were property, when we couldn't get patents because we were only 3/5 of a man, we could invent shit and they would just steal our idea and do it all over and call it theirs.
Yep. True.
We were enslaved creating these products. When we became emancipated, when they stopped legal slavery, they didn't give us the patents. They didn't pay us retroactively. They didn't give us no back pay on this. And now they get to celebrate the day we were freed.
Our holiday. Ours. So they steal our inventions, they steal our land, they steal our bodies, and now they steal our fucking holiday. So yes, I am pissed.
You gotta have such a level of anger here. Some people probably can't even talk about it because they're just like, it doesn't make sense to them. But we create content so we can talk about it. We can have a discussion about it. Brother Hicks, what's good with you? This Juneteenth thing ain't sitting right with our spirits, Brother Hicks. And I got Sister Kim in here tonight, and she Kim, you got some wine? You got some wine?
All I keep saying, I do got a bottle of wine. I need a bottle of wine after this.
I'm just making sure you're not trying to go through this without some assistance,
you know, the simple chat. That's why I created it. At least to be able
you got to live up to your name, right?
Get on here. Look, I was gonna get on here and talk about it anyway, and I was like, "Oh, bro's already talking about it," because we sometimes are in sync so much, and I'm just like, all I could be thinking about is my ancestors. Like, I had my grandmother and my grandfather that was sharecroppers in Mississippi, and I'm just like, they came from slaves down in Mississippi. And then all I'm thinking about is my great 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 grandfather Milton that ran from the Smoot plantation to the Civil War to Madison, West Virginia. And I was just like, this is our holiday. How dare you? So, Miss Kim is going to have to get a glass of wine. Because this just is not sitting right in my spirit.
Check this out. So we talk a lot about beauty and women going to the salon and whatnot, right?
Right.
Well, back in the day when you got your hair washed, your mama just had you lean back on the sink and she might have put a towel up under your neck. But
and
when
you still got wet. We still wet.
Still got wet. Still got wet. What's up, Mr. 2 Extra? What's up with you? That towel she put down was a headrest for you to lean back in the sink, right? A black man named Charles Orrin Bailiff created the shampoo headrest.
Wow, didn't know that one.
I mean, only thing you ever hear about beauty and hair is Madam C.J. Walker.
I was about to say it, Madam C.J. Walker.
But you had to understand, we had to be deep in that hair industry. If she's creating those products, there were other things that had to go with those products and made women want to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
He made it easier. If I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if I put it in on this one, well, we might have created the hair dryer as well. I'm not going to say
and get back to you.
So wait a minute. I don't even know if I even paid attention to this when I was reading this before. The rolling pin? The rolling pin. Created by a black man.
Black person.
John W. Reed. A black man created the record player. So it's no mistake that we are masterful with turntables. It's no mistake,
right,
that we are masterful, with records, recordings, any of that. Black man created the guitar. Miss Anderson, my pencil broke. A black man created the pencil sharpener. You can't tell me shit. This country wouldn't run without black people. And I'm talking about native black Americans. I'm talking about Negroes. Nobody can take Negro away from us. Nobody can take person of African descent away from us. They can't take descendant of freedmen away from us, and they can't take descendant of slavery away from us. But everybody can be black now. Kamala's black. She can be black. Hell, China Mac is black. Anybody can be black. But there's only one Negro. And we're the ones who created this shit. But while building this country, we created this. You want to talk about Tiger Woods? Tiger Woods is the greatest golfer of all time. Fuck the wins and the losses. He's the greatest golfer of all time. But Tiger Woods needs to talk to George T. Grant because he created the golf tee.
Yes, he did.
A black man created the golf tee. They wouldn't even let us golf.
No, they wouldn't.
Then there were courses that they wouldn't let black people golf at. We could serve the food in the clubhouse, in the country club, but we couldn't come out on the course and golf. We couldn't even be caddies. There was clubs where black people couldn't even be caddies. We weren't even good enough to carry their bags with their golf clubs. Stay in there, cook the food, wash them dishes. And then when everything was done, then we'd have to come out and do the landscape and get the course ready for the next day. But we were never seen by the public. You better not go out on that golf course while they play it. But now they get to celebrate the day we were freed, Kim.
So big.
They get to celebrate the day we were freed.
Oh, I'm so pissed.
This is kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those. We're laughing with you, but not at you. No, motherfucker, you're laughing at me.
And taking it, it's like a joke to me. It's like a big fucking joke. That's showing you all how much they care about you all. Black people, are you truly awake? Like, this should just, I saw one person, well, they passed it in all these states except for this state. I was like, that's why I put up that post. Oh, you must be one of the gatekeepers, because if you're agreeing, if you're so happy about this holiday being passed, that is something that is ours. That's tradition that we were supposed to celebrate. Something for us, something that's special for us. And you went and took it to be federally.
Everybody can celebrate now. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy.
Everybody gets to fucking celebrate our fucking holiday. If you're not pissed off about it, you need to be slapped too.
This was a
I'm
day.
not holding nothing back.
This was a day where Black Americans won and white Americans did not. I'm not saying that white Americans lost. It was just a day that white Americans did not win. This was a day that Black Americans won. Now, everybody gets to win on this day.
And we as Negroes don't want that. I really don't think these ancestors would be happy with this fucking holiday. I really don't.
Everybody's got it. Wait a minute. Was it your post?
More stuff start popping off. I'm gonna say this one thing real quick, Shannon. If more stuff start popping off spiritually, I always believe anything that's going on in the spiritual realm is going to manifest in the physical. If y'all start seeing stuff start popping off in the physical, just know I've been saying it for years. Our ancestors coming to collect, because I do not think that they will be happy with this day.
Now, this isn't something that I could see any of our ancestors saying, yeah, this is a good thing for us. this is a good thing for us. I can't find, let me see, it might have been days back that I be having some cooking pictures that I don't be posting. Is it this? Yeah, this was deep too. So this is the crazy thing. You know how like they always like to say that it was white mobs, it was white racist mobs. I've said it. You've probably said it. Where we'll say it was white racist mobs that ran black people out. You know how we always say that?
Yes.
This brother said, no, we need to stop saying that because it wasn't white racist mobs that ran black people out of abundant black neighborhoods. It wasn't white racist mobs. It was judges. It was state attorneys. It was city councilmen. It was mayors, governors. It was policemen. It was firefighters. It was the National Guard. It was the pilots. Most of all, it was the insurance companies. They wouldn't insure our businesses that they burned. We paid insurance for our businesses, for our homes, and they wouldn't cash out our claims. So what we had rightfully built and rightfully owned, they wouldn't claim. The insurance companies turned their back on Black Americans.
Right.
And now Black Americans pay higher premiums in this country than any other ethnicity. You're
And they
double
consider
dipping.
black by your social.
They double dipping on us. You wouldn't insure us, but now you charge us double. Sister Shanna, good evening to you.
Good evening, Shanna.
I'm so past them just trying to make it seem like it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. No, not when you do divisive shit like this. They selling Juneteenth
Right.
merchandise in Target and Walmart.
Shut up. That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's crazy.
They selling merchandise in big box stores for Juneteenth.
Fuck them. That's crazy. Try to cash in.
I don't want to see anybody that is not an American Negro in any type of Juneteenth garb. We don't need it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We don't need you to celebrate this day. We know you're going to accept that paid day off. We know this. You're going to accept that paid day off. You're not going to get that money. I'd like to see every white American give the money that they make on Juneteenth to a black charity.
Yep.
Not Black Lives Matter.
No. Hell no. Hell no.
What up, Key?
Exactly. Keep commercialization. That's all they're doing, trying to make a buck off of our pain, our history, the shit that we're still facing today. No anti-hate bill, no anti-lynching bill, no fucking reparations, no fucking nothing. Just we got a fucking holiday and we're walking out empty-handed. Nothing.
We have no access. And in reality, we don't even have any acceptance because we can't get anti-lynching bills passed. We can't get adequate voting rights bills passed. everybody done took civil rights and whited it out and put their thing on it. So civil rights is for everybody else.
Fucking Manchin.
He might as well come out and say he gonna run president. He might as well come out and say he gonna run for president.
At this point, I'm kind of like iffy on that one because they're talking about the Republicans and Democrats. They're not really comfortable with him. They don't have a whole lot of confidence in him. I'm not saying he's not going to try to run, but the way they are talking about Congress is not comfortable with him. That's
Wait
like
a minute. Who though? Who? Democrats or Republicans?
It's Republicans, and then they said some Democrats. I got to find that article, but they were like they are not comfortable with Manchin at all. They are not comfortable.
If Donald Trump get taken out the paint, I bet you they'll get comfortable. He's their best shot. They don't have any confidence there. He's the Republicans' best shot. I know he's fucking with Democrats now, but he ain't on the Democratic side. His views are straight GOP.
Nope.
His
That's
views.
Why a lot of us here, we want to get him out of office. I have at least 2 pastors here that's trying to get that community together to get rid of Manchin. So,
but if they get rid of him, are they going to get another Democrat in there, or will they get a Republican?
That right there, I don't know. They are just sick of Manchin. They want him on too. I don't know why he keeps getting voted in, to be honest with you.
He white. Shit.
Well, true.
Look, man, a white man with most of his hair and most of his teeth in Virginia, he gonna get in.
So,
and he knows how to speak the King's English. See, that's the thing. You know what I found? A lot of these guys that they're senators in different places, they're not from the areas that they become senators. Is that common? Do you go somewhere else and become a senator?
I don't think so. I think you have to be staying at a state like for
Hold on, so
there was one before you have a senator.
There was one that I was looking at. Hold on one second.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you have to stay in a state for some years before you become.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You gotta establish residency. You gotta do all that. I get it. I get that. But Rand Paul is from Pitt.
I'm sorry, Shannon. I don't mean to talk over you. Most of West Virginia is white. It's only a small percentage here that's black, and a lot of people are moving up out of here. So his base is mostly white.
Okay,
sorry, Shannon. I saw your comment.
No, you're good. That's why you on here. Shit, you on here. Don't be apologizing. But I'm saying, if he goes Republican, won't that 92% of will they stay Democrat? If they voted him in, what percentage? Oh, Tom Cotton is
the majority here. To be honest with you, the majority here in West Virginia is a Republican. West Virginia is a Republican state. Like the Kanawha County area is Democrat, but the outlying counties is definitely Republican.
Okay, but he's Democrat and it's a Republican state, and he got the whole country fucked up. So what's wrong with this system?
Our system is fucked up, basically.
So this is the one I was talking about.
He went to Democrat
Huh?
to get his votes in, which is crazy to me because we're all questioning it. Like you go in under a Democratic party, but you push mostly Republican agendas.
Mhm.
And we question that because why is he crossing lines? He's not focusing on the Democratic agenda. He's mostly Republican. I mean, he might as well just go ahead and come out with it and say, "Yeah, I'm Republican, not Democrat."
Hey, man, look. All it is like it's that lunch table type shit. When he got there was already 2 Republicans. And they're like, you can't be a Republican and get elected. We got this on lock. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna run Democrat. I'll be back. He ran Democrat and he still hang out. I bet you he hangs with the Republican motherfuckers all the time. It ain't no across the aisle. Them motherfuckers at the same table.
Yeah.
So Rand Paul is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay? He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But he's a senator in Kentucky. So that's what I was talking about. Like,
how did he do that?
But here's the thing, though. Well, how did he do anything? The motherfucker didn't graduate from college, but he got a goddamn degree. Did you know that?
Did you know he didn't grand to have white privilege? It must be grand.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. He didn't. I'm telling you, he did not complete. He didn't. Okay, yeah. He didn't complete his bachelor's, but they let him go to medical school.
Do what?
I'm trying.
Oh, God.
You got to look it up. You got to look it up. I'm telling you.
What the hell?
This motherfucker. Awesome. Because he was privileged.
The fuck? Like, but you still gotta have certain qualifications, don't you? Never mind.
White. Privilege. We're good.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, even somebody like Rand Paul, who is against every single black bill that comes through, this motherfucker voted for Juneteenth. What's that tell you?
Fucking bad. Laughing at our faces. I hope y'all are seeing this. Are y'all seeing this? They're like, let's give you a little chicken feed.
But here's the thing, Kim. What are we getting for it? That white people get to celebrate the day we were free? That's not giving us anything.
Empty-handed. We're walking away empty-handed. Do y'all see why I'm pissed? I'm pissed. That was ours. We can't have shit.
You know what's so demoralizing about this? You know I always look at shit a little bit different. What's so demoralizing about this is there's more white federally paid employees than there are black, and there's more white employees who have guaranteed tenured jobs or even hourly jobs that are guaranteed, because people that work at will jobs, they're not going to get paid on Juneteenth. Only jobs like with unions and things like that get paid on the holidays. And there's more white people that will get paid for Juneteenth for it being a paid holiday than black people. I'll never be able to do that again.
Juneteenth is for the fucking holiday, y'all, this year. So what fucking difference does that make?
What? Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. For 2 years, they're going to get paid if it works out. If they started this year, they're going to get paid for it being on a Saturday and a Sunday. It's a couple years before it's on a Monday. Then they'll just get a long weekend. You're going to get a long weekend on the backs of freed slaves.
Still, if y'all are not pissed, then I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
So I got a question, Sister Shanna, because Sister Shanna she's the queen of the research. Is there?
Yes, she is. Love you, girl.
Is there a list of CBC members who are up for re-election in 21 and 22? Is there a list?
You did it.
We need that list. We need to push these motherfuckers out the door. The CBC got to go.
Because they ain't doing shit.
These motherfuckers have cake for everybody out here. From gay marriage to DACA. From Latinos to AAPI. They have literally forgotten Black Americans. They've literally forgot who they're supposed to be advocating for. They got to get the fuck out of here.
As Dr. Claude Anderson said, gave us the blueprint. If one does not do for us, then they got to go.
Damn.
If this politician don't do right, then they got to go too.
So it's always, if it's on the weekend, it'll always be observed on a Monday. Clyburn, Bass, Walters. Is that okay? Walters and Lee. Is that Waters or Walters? Who's Walters?
Walters. They gotta go.
All of them. So they're up. They're up in 22, or they're up in 21.
Well, so they've been bought.
That's why they go against all of our shit.
Because they've been bought.
That's why they go against our interests every single time. When that motherfucker started talking about, when he started talking about loaves of bread, I was like, what is he talking about? Well, you get half the loaf. You ain't got to get all the loaf. You get half the loaf. That's good. Okay, so it is Waters. Okay. Yeah, they all need to fucking go.
Yeah, the midterms are definitely critical. Definitely. Y'all got to make sure y'all get all your paperwork right. The redistricting of the polls, you need to make sure your polls, you go to the correct polls, or do early voting, because they are definitely going to have some tricks up their sleeve come this voting. And I do believe everybody said by October, you need to have all your paperwork together. Driver's license, ID, whatever it needs to be, you need to have your stuff together. And I think early voting, you have to go in person. They're not accepted any mail-in ballots anymore.
What?
I don't think for early voting, they said that they are not accepting any more mail-in ballots. You have to go in person for early voting. That's why I say they're getting ready to make so many changes. Yeah, they are. This 2022 election is going to be something serious.
So Sheila Jackson Lee and
Before you do
Maxine.
that, let me go get my glass of wine. I'm going to go get it, y'all.
I don't know why you
Keep
tripping
talking
anyway.
shit.
You
I'll
supposed to
be
come.
right back.
I don't know why you tripping. You supposed to be on here sipping and chatting.
I'm coming, y'all.
You supposed to be sipping and chatting. So I'm looking at our local politicians and Free. You know everybody that we've done. We need to send out an invite and do a group. Figure out a day that we can all get on. Because I done did county commissioners, prosecutors, assistant prosecutors, senators, state representatives, all local, all Michigan ones.
Mm-hmm. I got my wine.
I fuck with Tony heavy, Shanna. I believe it. I mean, the way it's structured politically, if we don't get this shit changed around, we are either going to be on some third world shit, or there's gonna literally be race wars out here. And I don't know if
They've been one that since the year two when George Floyd died. They've been one a race war. So that's already in the making. That's why they're telling us we need to get our guns and stuff together because they've been what a race war.
they trying to starve Black Americans out of everything and then trying to elevate illegals. How you gonna bring some illegals in and give them housing and jobs when you got Americans on the street? How do you bring people in from another space that they fled from, came here illegally, and you give them the benefits that you don't even give American citizens? Yeah, you trying to start a race war.
And you got people who ain't taking care of home. You ain't even taking care of home, but you want to bring illegals in. But I think when I don't know if you saw the Shannon, but when Kamala went down to Mexico, she got pissed off at them and said she's not gonna bring in any immigrants in, at least not from Mexico anymore.
Okay, so was that where they said Kamala go home or something like that?
So she got pissed. She got pissed, and she stopped bringing in any more immigrants, not from Mexico.
I heard when she said don't come, she was like, don't come to the border. We're out to turn you away. But they should have
Yep.
been said that shit. They was trying to be anti-Trump.
And not get their hopes up on.
I'm sorry, I stepped on you. What'd you say?
I said she should have said that and not get their hopes up high for the campaign. That's why they were all coming to the border because they said for their campaign they was going to have the immigrants coming to the country. Now they're going back on their word. So not only are you putting their lives at risk, but you're putting our lives at risk too. And then we're on the. There's another wave of COVID coming. I don't even know if you all even saw that.
What's that?
It's another wave of COVID hitting.
Okay. Let me tell you something about that. So I'm just about to leave the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some shit comes on the news, and they talking about how all these people now getting the flu. They getting the flu. And the doctor that they had on there this was in Ann Arbor. The doctor they had on there, he broke it out and said, you know, people's ambivalence about the vaccines, and I know I'm gonna create that algorithm and shit, but it ain't about 20, 30 motherfuckers gonna see this video, so whatever. But he said, he said, the mRNA research has been out for 2 decades. He was like, they just basically had to turn it towards COVID-19, but this research has been out there for them doing COVID research. But when they started talking about the vaccine, it made it look like they just rushed to put this vaccine together, but they've been working on a vaccine for years. We just never had a pandemic. Now, you've got the vaccines going, and people think that this was some rushed vaccine. He was like, they've been working on the vaccine for 20 years. Swear to God. He was like, the mRNA technology, the research has been going on for decades. And see, I don't be knowing until I be knowing. Motherfuckers out here smarter than I am. And knowledge supreme, I'm gonna listen to him.
For everything that's lab created, they always have an antidote, though. Don't believe me that they're creating all these diseases and stuff and they don't have an antidote. They gotta have an antidote for these diseases. They're just not gonna give it out to the public.
The money isn't in the cure. The money is in the medicine.
The vaccine, right?
They don't want to vaccinate everybody.
Country.
Here's the thing. If they created radiation and chemotherapy and it could kill cancer cells, and they've got all kinds of medicine out here that can minimize tumors, don't you think they have an all-out cure for cancer?
I bet you they do.
But we need you to keep coming back. We need you to keep coming back. Think about it. Why do you think about this. I look at shit differently, right? White Castle. White Castle puts their burgers in all the grocery stores, wholesale markets, Sam's Club, Costco, White Castle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
How come McDonald's ain't ever put Big Macs and shit like that in bulk in these stores? How come McDonald's ain't never put their French fries in bags and shit and put them in the store? Everybody love McDonald's French fries.
I don't even eat it at McDonald's anymore.
I'm just saying. I don't eat it either. I don't eat McDonald's either, but I used to. But why don't you think that? You're saying. Why don't you think McDonald's ever made their shit bulk?
Right.
It's not to get you to buy their product. It's to get you to keep coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy their bag of fries, you won't buy that next bag of fries for 3 months. If you buy a supersized fries, you'll be back in 3 days.
Right.
You know? You can't get a Big Mac all shrink wrapped and shit, and then you cut the hole in the plastic and put it in the microwave. You can't get a Big Mac like that. They don't give them out in bulk. You got to go through the drive-through, through the multiple drive-through. McDonald's, no, they got so many people, they got multiple drive-throughs. and you end up in the same place. They dropping food down like bank shoots now.
Yep.
They rule fast food. Nobody is as calculated as McDonald's. Nobody is as calculated. They're the most calculated burger franchise still. White Castle thought they was doing something by putting they shit in the grocery stores. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of grocery stores, we way off the Juneteenth subject, so we might as well go right off the rails. Vicky Dillard did a video on Juneteenth. Oh boy. Did she have a gavel?
Oh, wow. She gotta calm down a little bit.
Did she have the gavel? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Somebody talk black to me. God damn.
Y'all know that's my favorite term. Wait a minute.
All right. So, Master P. I don't
Dr. Master P.
Huh?
Dr. Percy Miller.
They gave that nigga a doctorate. He's gonna wear the fuck out of that now. He gonna wear the fuck out of that doctor's name. So
go ahead, Doc.
I don't I knew I had something coming up. I don't condemn him. So let me clear. I don't condemn him. But I'm very careful to commend him with a funny looking self.
You know what?
Boy, when she says that shit with a funny looking self.
Who said it?
That's what Vicky says. That's one of her lines, man.
No, she didn't.
With a funny looking self. That shit is hilarious. So, Master P, he said, we ain't messing with the corners no more. We taking over the grocery stores. So he's got all these products. And I commend him for having all these products. He got the noodles and the cereal and the pancake mix and the potato chips. And now he's got like fish and shrimp and he got all kind of shit, right?
Okay.
But he's got distribution deals with companies that are making this food. It's not particularly his food.
Earbuds too.
He got earbuds too? I knew Ray J had some earbuds.
That's what Tony Deacon said. Shut up.
He got Master P buds? I didn't know that.
Nah. I need them. I'm just playing.
Earbuds. Wow. Okay, so he's doing all this food. And let's go with the earbuds. Let's throw earbuds in there.
Mm-hmm.
None of these companies. I don't know if he has grits. I don't know if he has grits or oatmeal, but I'm pretty sure he had cereal.
I think I saw that.
So here's the thing. I said I don't condemn him, but I can't commend him. And the only reason I can't is because yes, he's got the bag. He's had the bag. Master P's had the bag for years. And yes, he's going to get a bag with this food game and the earbuds game because of Master P, because he's a great branding person.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem, yep, he's got his own rice. Instead of Uncle Ben's, you got Uncle P. So
Shut up.
I don't know exactly what it's called. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's something like that. So he doesn't have any manufacturing in order. He doesn't control the manufacturing. So that means he can't really control black people getting jobs. Most of this shit is made in other countries, or it's made in factories that he doesn't dictate who gets jobs. So he gets money, but his black people don't get money because he's only got the distribution deal. And he doesn't even have control over who can work in these factories. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't laughing at you. Son Kill said he strips and grits.
And you know, he's probably Master P is probably going to like, because doesn't he have chicken and waffles? Wigga G, what's happening? Doesn't he have chicken and waffles
I'm
too?
not sure. I know. I think Rick Ross has it.
Rick Ross got chicken and waffles?
I think so.
Okay, so does Rick Ross own the plant that they making all the shit?
Nope.
He had prepaid cards. Okay, prepaid cards. Prepaid cards are all generic and they're all made overseas. They're all made overseas. We ain't over there getting jobs over there.
Right.
We ain't over there getting jobs. I want him to build infrastructure for Black Americans to get jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him just to always be like, I'm getting the bag. I'm just out here getting the bag. I'm out here getting the bag. I know he donates. He is philanthropic. I give it. I respect it. But we just don't need the handout. We need the hand up.
Right.
And you know what would help? Reparations would help him with the hand up too. Because on the level he's at, he'd be like, look, huh?
I said thank you. Reparations would help a lot of Black communities.
But it would help.
See that. We need cash.
It would help Master P because he could go somewhere where there's a whole bunch of closed manufacturing plants and open those plants up, get that land, get those buildings that are for free, and build the shit to where he could make his products in those plants and hire Black folks, get them off the street. And if they gotta move from another state, bring them in. Bring them in, give them jobs, get them housing. That's when you really moving shit.
Sorry. Reparations is what we need. That would
The
help
question
out
again becomes what?
I was saying reparations will help out AUS, descendants of Choctaw slavery, in so many ways in our communities that are lacking. We need cash payments and land.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Wigger. You know, but we can't forget about reparations because we need to be repaired. And one way for repair is acknowledgement of the contribution. Wait, just saw a report. The House is now passing the federal housing proposal 415 to 14.
Yeah, fuck that. Why can't they pass an anti-Black hate bill? An anti-lynching bill that we've been asking for I don't know how many years, and our Black people are still getting lynched. Talk about, oh, it's suicide Fuck that. It's not no suicide. Somebody gonna hang themselves for it. Mm-mm. From trees? Come on now. And the sad part about it is it's a lot of our activists that are being hung from trees.
Hung, shot, all kinds of shit. They found the one brother sitting in his car, shot him. Then they set another brother who was an activist, set him on fire in his car. They just shot Sasha Johnson. I mean, if you speak up, you are liable to get fucked up. I get it.
Exactly. And I'm not gonna even lie. Like, I'm speaking up now on this platform because it's needed, like our voice is needed. But do I have in the back of my mind that I'm a little bit nervous about um them targeting me or targeting Shannon or targeting anybody that is speaking up about these issues? Hell yes, because it's facts. You see what they do to our activists. Anytime anybody speaks up about what's going on, we always get targeted. So am I concerned? Yeah, I'm concerned. But hopefully in the next couple of months, I really want to I've been putting it off, but I really want to go to a gun range and start learning how to shoot a gun. I really do. So I can protect myself. I don't know how you feel about that, Shannon.
What's that? What's that?
About if you are speaking out about these issues, they start targeting you.
Well, you can see what they do to us on social media. Um,
Hell yeah. I was
I
gone for 7 days.
I fear I fear more for the safety of people who try to straight up unify everybody, because that's generally where the compromise comes in. If I'm just speaking to what they look at as Negroes, if they think I'm just talking to the Negroes, I'm not dangerous. When I start talking about unifying people, then I become dangerous. I'm not
Yeah.
dangerous if I'm only talking to Negroes, and that's what most people probably think I'm doing. The message is for anybody. And there's tons of
Mm-hmm.
black people that listen. There's tons of white people that listen. Well, there's not tons of anybody that listen to my videos, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But the message is for us. But when I start talking,
Mm-hmm.
like, because see, here's the thing. I can have a gay message. I can have a message and talk to gay people about what they need to do in their setting and what they need to do in our setting. But see, I'm not gay. But if I talk to black gay people, I can tell them where they need to be if they're going to be beneficial to the collective. See, gay people ain't going to listen to me, but black gay people might listen to me. But gay black people ain't going to listen to me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's a difference between
I
a
see what
black
you're saying.
gay person than a gay black person, or just a gay person.
Mm-hmm.
But if I started talking to gay people and
Mm-hmm.
unifying them with the collective, making an attempt, I become dangerous because I'm trying to galvanize collectives of people instead of just mine. Because the way they look at us, we can't get organized enough to get right anyway. So just let them talk to each other. But I know I affect
That's what
people that are.
J. Edgar said.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
J. Edgar Hoover said he fears black unity the most. That's what he fears.
That's what anybody should fear. If we're all together, it's not like we're gonna turn around and be violent to them. But if we're self-sufficient in this bitch, a lot of people lose out. If black Americans become solvent, a lot of people lose out just by us having solvency. We don't have to do anything against them. It will just happen organically.
Y'all see, I'm done with
There
my
was
first
something I wanted.
glance.
Tony D said something, and I really wanted to respond to it, but we got reparations. No, that wasn't it. Oh, here it is. The question again becomes, what can we build that they won't destroy? Money. The one thing that we'll do now, it ain't like they can build more. Look like it ain't like they're trying to build more highways. It ain't like they're trying to build more railways. They're not going to blow up black ran territories the way they did before, because they've proven that it is not financially responsible to do that. It might have been before 1865 because they didn't have to pay nobody. But if they can get in on the money, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to understand, white people love black people that can help them make money. And if black people are solvent, yes, there are a select few that are going to lose out. But for the vast amount of white people, if black people are solvent, they'll make more money.
Yeah, it's all about money for white people. It's all about money. That's why I keep uh, pressing boycotting financially some of these institutions, because white people only listen to money. That's it. All this other just talking, they're not going to listen to that. They listen to money. If you go back to the civil rights and you go back to the Montgomery the boycotts, how many days did they have to do to break the white people? They
You thought,
boycotted what, 100 and some days?
hit them in the pocket. Hit them in the pocket.
We keep, y'all gotta wake up and see this. It's been done before. If we could get organized and say, okay, I think the Black Coalition is doing it like July, like July the 7th, y'all. It's like our target date. Like we're gonna push that. July the 7th, get all your stuff before prior to that. And I saw it where everything went to red like that day. So it works. It's just that we gotta be consistent and persistent. We can't just be like, okay, 1 day or 2 days, or we gotta be like, okay, let's hit them this day, let's hit them that day. And we gotta keep it to ourselves. We can't be letting them all know what we're doing. That's the thing. Is we gotta keep it to ourselves.
What year was that? What year was that where there was I know everybody didn't do it, but there was a year that a lot of people boycotted Black Friday. What year was that?
That was, it wasn't last. I do believe that was 2019. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't 2020. It was 2019, and they shut a lot of stuff. They lost a lot of money Black Friday.
Was it 2019?
It had to be 2019 because they only started like what, the last 2 3 years they've been starting it.
Well, I don't know what year it was, but I remember black people were mad and they said they was going to boycott Black Friday. And I know there was still people out there,
And they did that. I
and
even boycotted Black Friday. I was like, I'm not buying nothing.
I hate to say this, but if I was black, I would be a slave all over again just to make sure my descendants end up in America. Is that bad? I'm trying to really kind of figure out. Uh-oh, hold on a second, y'all.
Huh?
Sat up here, ain't got no damn power. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what that means. Can you decipher that comment, Kim?
Would end up in America. So are you not in America?
So
Is that what you're saying?
are you basically saying so they're not immigrants, so they would be
So they don't end up
Americans?
in.
Like,
I'm not getting it either.
you got to break that down a little bit more, Wigger.
And to be honest with you, a lot of our descendants were already here in America. To be honest with you, if you really do your research, I don't know why I just froze. Am I frozen? Okay, now I'm not frozen. But a lot of our descendants was already here in America, and they're finding that out.
Okay, but I think what he's saying is they would come over here and then they would belong here. But I don't understand.
That we don't acknowledge our contributions of building America. I agree with that statement, Wicca, is that a lot of Black people do not acknowledge the contribution that Black people have contributed to America. They can't connect how America was built and the different inventions. That's why we put out the list and these different Black groups and on our pages so that it can kind of connect to the younger generation. Okay, look, this is what we have contributed to America. America was built on the backs of slaves, where it was their their inventions were taken, and white people have profited off of slaves. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what he's saying with Shannon.
Our contribution to this.
I think we need to I think we need to start pushing that list out more so that these younger generations can start seeing how so they can connect more to, okay, this is everything that you touch, from the air conditioner of the car, you seeing stoplights, you seeing this, you seeing that. It was built
Black man
on the
created the
back.
stoplight. Black man created the stoplight too. God damn it.
Yep, stoplight.
Black man created the stoplight too.
Yep. Garrett Morrison, I think that was his name.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. I got it in here.
So if we start pushing out these lists so that they can connect and we educate them in that way, maybe they can kind of see. Because you see, our Black people aren't even educated when it comes to politics. We've just always been taught Democrat, 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 but we
What did
have
you
been
say the
taught
name was? What'd you say the name was? Fuck
Garrett
them. We talking
Morrison,
about
I think.
Garrett Morgan.
Yes.
Garrett Morgan. Boy, you be on it. You be on it.
Look, my daughter thought Michael Jackson was white. We had an argument. Shannon, me and my daughter in the house. Michael Jackson is white. I said, no, he's not. He's black. So I literally had to go and show her a picture of the black Michael Jackson. And she's like, wow. I was like, I'm trying to tell you, he's black.
You understand? You understand that these young kids don't know Black Michael Jackson?
No, she didn't. Me and her was, she's like 2 and 3. And we're up there arguing, going back and forth until I had to show her.
These youngins only knew that they only knew that bleach blonde Michael.
Right. I was like, you see his nose? She's like, oh, mom. I was like, I'm trying to tell you.
Michael had he had a traditional black nose.
Yes, he did. And an afro.
Michael had one. He had one of the best afros.
Yes, he did. If he only knew how handsome he really was, he would have been that color. I don't think. If
I'm
he
like,
only knew how handsome he really was, because he was.
they said like like the skin issues, the acne and all that stuff. That's really what. So he looked more. He didn't look so much deeper than just his what the greatest skin he had. He said that really started to affect him, so he wanted to start wearing makeup and all that shit
Right.
to try to cover up the blemishes.
Mm.
I'm like, them
Yep.
blemishes, that's life, bro.
Yep. Y'all see, I got all these freckles and I have, skin tags. That's genetics. That's hereditary. I can't get rid of that. That's both. I got it from both sides of the family. So
Oh,
we're
oh,
all gonna
oh,
have some type of blemish.
don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, Sister Shanna. Michael was a soldier. People don't realize how gangster Michael really was. Michael was
Look,
gangster.
when he brought out Eminem's Masters, I was like, "Dad, that's gangster right there.
When he bought the Beatles shit, that was gangster right
That's
there.
gangster.
He
That is
working.
gangster."
He up there working with Paul McCartney. He up there working with Paul McCartney, buying his records.
Yep. He started learning the Masters and started learning how important they were.
Michael probably came into the studio and shit when they was about to record some shit, and he was probably like, "Hey Paul, guess what I just did?" And he was probably like, "What, Michael?" He was like, "I just bought the Beatles collection." "Oh, really? Okay. You were at the record store today? You bought our catalog?" He was like, "Nah, nigga, I bought all your shit." Michael was probably like, "I bought the whole collection. Every time y'all sell a record, I make $1."
And your wife was
And Paul was probably up in that bitch like, say.
Mama say, Makusa.
He like, say, it ain't so. He was like, we need to make a new record. It ain't the girl is mine, it's the catalog is mine. Michael bought they shit. He bought their
Shabon.
shit.
Michael was gangster.
And also Michael was buying old soul singers catalogs and giving them to their family so their family owned their masters.
Yep, that's what Prince was pushing. Like a lot of these artists, you need to get your masters. Get your masters. They said Prince wouldn't even work with artists if they didn't have their masters.
Right. Yeah, Prince was about the business. He understood. He wasn't trying to let nobody extra make no money off him.
Mm-mm.
It's just unfortunate they done toe tagged every Black American that came for their money.
Ain't that
They
sad? Sam Cooke.
they started with
Prince.
Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke is the poster child for this. Sam Cooke was the poster child for I need my money. I want my masters. They're like, okay, he's got to end up dead. Sam knew how much money was being made off of his records. And he ended up dead.
I knew my child was definitely mine, but she's like, I said, who are you listening to one day? She's like, Tupac. I said, you definitely my baby. I think that's what they probably came from him too. You know, he probably was trying to get his stuff.
Yeah. And
Anytime any artist try to get their stuff, they kill you. Or he had to go hide over in Cuba somewhere.
how many of us can do that? Because we really don't have that long bread. The bread is in our music. You know? That's why, like, musicians, they got to fucking tour till they goddamn die. They got to get money till they die.
Yep.
He's trying to be racist, but it's very.
I'm so glad you're not racist.
You have
Right.
you have so many people out here that are going to be conflicted. What is it? It's Wednesday right now, right?
Yeah.
So you've got tomorrow 17th, Thursday, Friday 18th. So Saturday is Juneteenth.
I thought it was Sunday.
This year it's Saturday. Next year it's Sunday.
Okay.
Friday's the 18th. And I'm sorry to the brothers and sisters. I ain't going to be able to get to Atlanta. I got to get to moving up out of this space and get to my new
I
space.
wanted to be in Atlanta too for the reparations march.
It's not in the cards for me right now.
No, not for me either.
I'm gonna get down there. I'm gonna get down there and break bread with my brothers and sisters when I get all this shit calm down and get everything here into another edifice.
You know what? We all need to try to plan something where we all can be down there at the same time.
Is it July? What do you mean? No, it's not July yet. We just in June, Wigger.
Are you talking about June 9th, June 19th? No, the march is supposed to be this coming weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what he's talking about or not.
Oh. Yeah, June 19th, bro. June 19th.
Yeah, I think we all need to try to get down to Atlanta at some given point and all break bread together.
June 19th is Juneteenth. That is the day that American Negroes were set free from slavery.
Good, good. Black people need to wake the fuck up all the way.
I don't know how the shit passed. How did it not get a no? The CDC should have all been no.
You can't even honor our elders in Tulsa, fucking Oklahoma. You can't even honor them that are 100+ years. You only gonna try to give them 100+ thousand, but you gonna come here with this bullshit for the fucking holiday. We don't need no fucking holiday. We need cash payments and $100,000 for the survivors that have went through this torment for days, for years, for decades. Is not fucking acceptable. But how dare you give us a fucking holiday, throwing us crumbs? You try to take something that's ours fucking anyway. So yes, I'm pissed about that. So if there are living survivors, Bigger, it's 3 of them. 2 are brothers and sisters. That's what 107, and what was the other one? 99 or something.
And those aren't even the oldest living. And those aren't even the oldest living black people in the country. There's people older than that in the country. They would
give fucking Jordans and a fucking jersey. What the fuck? They ain't fucking young. You gonna get them some Jordans and a fucking jersey and $100,000? Fuck you.
When I seen that old woman sitting up in that wheelchair and some goddamn Air Jordans, I lost my shit.
Fuck you, bitch asses. That's so disrespectful to them.
I lost my shit.
Sorry, Sarah. You know I can get on a tangent.
You good? You good?
That pissed me off.
I'm like,
You
wait a minute.
disrespected my elders.
I'm like, wait a minute. She's got high top Jordans on.
107 with some Jordans. The fuck?
I'm like,
Grandma, we not gonna do you like that. That we is not. You can give these to your grandsons or something, but we are not going to do you like that.
And then they gave them damn basketball jerseys.
What is a basketball jersey going to do? For a 107-year-old woman, you wasn't even fucking thinking. Give her a rose, some roses, and give her a monument or something. Give her something monumental, not a fucking jersey and some fucking Jordans. The fuck? You didn't even give her any roses. Give her some roses while she's still fucking alive. You stupid ass. Very insulting. It's insulting. Give her roses while she alive. I would have gave her 2 dozen roses. Come on now. A jersey is a fucking Jordans.
So when they had the hearing and shit, not the hearing, the ceremony and shit. I don't know what they were dressed like that day. I don't think I saw them dressed that day. But that's all I could think about. Like, do they have her dressed up in that shit, sitting down front? Did they wear that shit when Joe Biden came to town?
Biden didn't even come to town the day of. He came, the next fucking day?
Yeah. I thought he came on the 31st. I think he came the day before the 1st.
I thought he didn't come on. I didn't.
Oh, you know what?
Wait a minute. They canceled and he came the next day.
Yeah, wait a minute, because he went to the memorial on Memorial Day. And he came on the 1st. Yeah, he came on the day that all the shit was leveled. They had already burned everything up. He came on the day where shit was smoldering. All the fires were smoldering. Who said that? Said about the Asians. FBI about what happened to the child that died in the hospital. The mother and the family are demanding records. Oh, what happened there? What? Hello from Toonies. Where is Toonies at? Where is Toonies at?
Is that
what
over
part of the
Africa?
world is that?
Is that in Africa?
Is that in Africa? I don't know. I'm not good with geographics like that.
I think. Oh, don't get me started on the Asian charade. Don't get me started.
Y'all about to get the stream cut off. Y'all know y'all start talking.
For 7 days for mentioning about the Asian.
You about to get banned again. Our stream gonna be done in about 2.
Exactly. So, don't get me started.
They hear you talking about Asians again. They be like, "Oh, cut it off. Cut it off."
I can't even talk about them anymore.
No, you can't. You can't. I think my next block is 60 days.
And you know what the sad part about it is? I'm mixed with Asian somewhere down the line on my mama's side. I don't know where that came from. We still don't know where that came from.
You better stand in solidarity with your brothers and sisters.
Hell to the no. They need to get their asses together.
He's I'm Asian from the waist down. TMI, TMI, Wigger. TMI, dog. TMI, dog.
I know. We don't need to know that.
TMI.
Mm-mm.
So
Y'all should be able to tell from my eyes. I got Asian in me.
you drink a couple more glasses of wine, I bet you'll look like an Asian.
I'll get on them too. Like, yeah, I might got some Asian in me, but y'all is really bugging. Y'all's tripping. The Asian and the black side is not mixing well right now. We are not cool by y'all.
There is absolutely nothing to celebrate, period. Caucasian people shouldn't even recognize this day, and they should donate the money that they receive as the
Girl,
paid day
Shannon,
off
no, they don't care.
to a Black American charity. Now, this is somebody that's on my Facebook post. They're talking about how everybody wants to celebrate, and not other every non-black person is going to benefit.
Yep, Shauna. So it could have been from that side too. So I don't know. I did see that, Shauna. All I know is my slanted eyes come from somewhere down somewhere. Basically, from the white perspective, you only gotta have a drop of black in you.
One drop.
1%.
One drop rule.
One drop. That's it. Father Kim. It's called the one drop rule. If you have one drop in you, you are black.
Have you ever been asked to send your ID, Shanna? Have you ever been asked to send your ID for them to verify who you were?
She acts like her name looks like it could be Korean.
I've been asked because of my name. Everybody thinks I'm a white woman with freckles.
Shannon McFall. Well, they definitely think I'm white with my last name being Witcher. I think Witcher's like what, Irish or something like that, or Dutch something.
Oh my goodness. Shanna just shared this video.
She said, "Hell no." Is this? Oh man, this is Wednesday. It's not Friday. Y'all, I gotta work in the morning. Oh,
All right,
oh
well,
Jesus! Don't you do that, Wickham? No, don't need that.
don't get your kids beat up.
Huh?
I told Wiggin, don't get his kids beat up.
Exactly.
Cade, Cade. That's a you ain't never seen a black Cade.
Cade?
Cade.
Mm-mm. That's from definitely from the plantation. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about my family history on my daddy's side. Like, so originally our name was Little from the Little plantation. And so I guess they transferred the slaves to the Smoot plantation. That's how we got the last name Smoot. And so that's how we were able to carry on the last name from Smoot on to
No
now.
H. No H.
No, Smoot, S-M-O-T. It's S-M-O-O-T.
Yep.
Smoot. Yes. So we have been celebrating our family at reunions for 90 plus years. We're one of the top Black families in all of America that has celebrated. I think we're like in the top 10 that has celebrated 90 plus years.
Really?
And a lot of Black excellence has come from that family. The Smoots, yes.
I know some more Smoots. Are you friends with another brother named Smoot? Was it Tobias?
It's I think there is a Tobias Smoot. Like okay, so there's another story too.
His first name is
Like
His first name is Tahim, but it's Tobias. It's Tahim Tobias.
it's a lot of us that I know and I don't know. So our family is big. So a part of our story is at one point they did have a pandemic and they won't tell everything that you know how Black families are. They have all these secrets and they won't tell. And I've been trying to get it out of them for years. So what happened? And they won't tell it. So during the I think it was I forgot what year, and I have to go back and I gotta see. Um, they split up. So the family split. So there's two groups of Smoots. Even though we're the same, we come out of the same ones. Some of them don't want to recognize this group of Smoot or that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that. But it's a lot of Smoots. It's a lot of us. Especially here in Charleston, West Virginia. Listen, I can't even date men without asking first, are you related to the Smoot family? That's how deep we are. Because I might end up dating one of my cousins.
That's a bad family reunion when y'all show up together.
Ain't that messed up? That's messed up. And we got a joke of it like, man, within 120 or 200 miles radius, you cannot date any men or women because somebody somewhere is related to a Smoot.
I've
that's
known,
no lie.
So I've known some Kims. That's funny that I've known some Kims. I've actually come across Smoots too, but not that I knew they really and I'm pretty sure they called them Smooth, like that was kind of a nickname, but I never really like knew a lot of them. That name Smooth is everywhere, but Black Kims. So I want to know about the history of this. And Shannon might be able to know. Like so, there's Kims, and then there's Black Lees. You ever notice how many Black Lees there are? Lee.
Why are you bleaching my wings, man? The devil. The devil.
Don't pay Wiggin no mind.
Look, we already came from the plantation, so we don't need to be bleached anymore. But you talk about there's some Black Lisa Kims.
Yeah, Kims and Lees is a common name that you see for Asians, but there's a lot of Kims and Lees that are Black folk.
I believe it.
It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. I mean, how is that name universal like that?
You know, I don't think so. You got jokes.
Nah, dog.
Listen, my My baby is. I had a baby by a black man, and my baby is light skin. Like I had a baby by a white man, and I got sick. Is the baby daddy white? Hell no. The baby daddy is black. No.
So, is it true that the name Johnson came from John's son and they just put them together? Is that true? Like in the history, I've heard that, like, like Tom's son and they made it Thompson, and then it was John's son and made it Johnson. Is that true?
You probably, I mean, probably so. Maybe some of the blacks wanted to switch it, especially if they came from the plantation. If they came from the
Right,
Johnson plantation, they might have want to switch it,
right.
change it up a little bit.
William's son, Williams, and then William's son.
Williams. Mm. I could see the name play, Shannon.
Yeah. Ah,
I could
Harris,
see the
Harris'
name
son.
play. Yeah, Harris, Harrison.
Yeah, that's
Because
wild.
I'm thinking, like, with the parishes that they had, like the different plantations that they had, the last names. Right. Yeah, Shauna, I think so too. They probably created their own last names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot. I can't. All right, y'all. I gotta get ready to go to bed because I gotta get up early in the morning.
So what's the name Swartz? Is that Jewish? Swartz?
Schwarzenegger is like,
No, I'm talking about the
I
name
don't
Swartz, not Schwarzenegger, because German. Swartz is German.
know.
Swartz is a German name.
Mm.
So did they put Swartz? Did they put Germany and black people together? So is it Swartz and niggas? And they just made it Swartz and niggas? Think about it. Swartz and niggas.
You want to?
They ain't gonna say Swartz and black or Swartz and Negroes, Swartz and niggers.
I mean,
Germans,
you really got
Germans
to
and
go
black
about that.
folks. That's the combination. We done figured out some genetics strands
You
just
gonna
through.
be having me research that tomorrow. I'm like, where does it come from? What's the meaning?
And hey, think about it. Think about it. You ever see German people with their nappy hair? German people be having some nappy hair.
I
German.
bet you, German. I bet you the reason why they probably. I bet you. I bet you they might be mixed with Negroes. You never know with these white people.
Some of
That
them
be like,
German people be having some hair. Some of them German people be having some. That shit looks like steel wool.
and that's black people. Wool, hair like wool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the albino children. I could see that.
And
I
they
could
big
see that.
in German. You ever see them big German motherfuckers? They look just like field hands. They just white.
I could see that.
German motherfuckers be big. They be some big motherfuckers, but they just white. They just albinos.
I could see that.
Ain't look, man. If you mix something up with us, it's gonna come out on the other side. Then it just starts getting
It
diluted,
really
diluted,
is.
diluted.
Yeah, the Moors were in Russia and Germany,
Come on,
so
man.
you
Them
never
big
know. But
strong
what you
motherfuckers over
know
there.
is the Moors were in Russia and Germany. The Moors were basically everywhere though. Europe, Russia, Germany.
And you trying to say that these 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 melanated specimens wasn't walking around and just chopping down trees?
They was making babies too.
They was making babies. That's what I call chopping down trees. That's what I call chopping down trees.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They was chopping down trees. And if they went through Russia and went through Germany, look at all them big Russians and big Germans and shit. Trying to tell you. Trying to tell you.
And he only knew like would go back in time and just see all this shit that happened.
And naturally,
That, that
their women come over here. They love black men. Russian women and German women, shit.
is probably in their system. And
More ways than one. Yeah, more ways than one. Yeah, telling you. My kid, when he's 5, said, of course, black people have been here the longest time. Look at that 10. Very observant lad. Very observant lad. We are sun-kissed. We are sun-drenched. Melanin is us. We are melanin.
And that's why they crave that melanin.
Motherfucker, hey, you seen that picture? I gotta find it again. But I got that picture where motherfuckers have swastikas and they got Confederate flags on. They all pale ass white, but they all putting sunscreen on at the beach because they want to get dark. How you want to get dark, but you a white supremacist?
That's a backwards ass thinking ever.
That's true. That's true.
It's like
What?
it's like they hate themselves but they want to be us at the same time.
They love shit about us. They love shit about us, but they don't love us.
Exactly. So but Shannon, I'm gonna have to get ready to get off here, bro, because I gotta work. It's not Friday.
I'm gonna run too. I ain't gonna hold on here and shit. My timer went off probably about an hour ago. So I know I'm good. All I gotta do.
Well, we've been having some really good conversations. We need to do that again.
Fake ass Suge Knights.
Guys.
You always gotta watch for the code words.
Yes,
absolutely.
We do. Cause I can't say certain stuff. I know I'm on their list.
Yeah.
I'm on that list. Oh, we gotta watch that woman right there.
And we gotta watch people that try to come in and bait us. Like we had some people call us pigs last week, and we was talking about all positive shit. They were trying to bait us so we would say some shit so they could shut us down, but we were smart enough to override that shit. You know, we can't let people come into our circles and talk shit to us and get us outside of ourselves.
Yeah, we can't. So that's why I just be like, Y'all see, I'm calm now. I finished my whole glass of wine. So I'm just like,
Yeah. You calm. You calm because you ain't. It ain't because you done got what you needed to get out. You calm because that wine's starting to set in.
yes, and thank you for letting me get this stuff out because I was pissed from this morning.
It's got to come out every day. It's got to come out every day. And I know we started this
Yeah.
on Juneteenth, and now we done ended up on origins and names. But that's kind of the way my cast go. We get to going, and we don't know what direction we're gonna end in. But I'm gonna end it on this. Juneteenth is not to be celebrated by anybody. It should be remembered by Black Americans and everybody else. When you see Juneteenth, turn the other direction. Go on, get. You ain't got nothing to do with Juneteenth. If you want a piece of Juneteenth and you want to do some role playing and some reenactment, yeah, come on down. Because we ain't slaves no more. I don't want to see no white folks wearing no Juneteenth gear on Saturday. Don't put no Juneteenth on your kids. Please don't. Don't put no Juneteenth t-shirt on Lil Bobby and Lil Amy and take them out to Bill's Hot Dogs on Michigan Ave. Wait for 4th of July for that. This is not the holiday for that. I'm trying to tell you. If you want to get cussed out, be all draped up in some shit on Juneteenth and be Caucasus. We gonna have problems in this bitch. Problems. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother day. I let them people be them people, man. You know, let them people be them people. Only rainbows I know are up in the sky. Or my variety of slushy mixes. I don't worry about things I can't control. And that's not something I'm looking to control. Appreciate your banter, Wigger. And it's not the God damn it. Stop using red, black, and green for Juneteenth. It's Black American, not Pan American, not Pan African. We looking for reparations, 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 not donations, not donations, not donate. Don't cloak us in with that bullshit. We NEGRO, not Nan, not Narc, not in Cobra. We the N that counts. NEGRO. Get it right, bitches. We are Black Americans, not Pan Africans. The fuck? Come on, man. I'll rock with y'all red, black, and green, but I can't rock with y'all red, black, and green with this theory. Come on, man. Stop that. This does not belong to Pan-Africanists. No. I forgot what song it is. When they be like, no. Don't be giving me no titles. Don't be giving me no titles. I don't want to be cloaked in with the go along to get along gang. Everybody with a title, boy, get caught up in that whirlwind. Can't trust it. No. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Good call, Kimi. Good call. Yeah, buddy. I just see this bullshit, man. It's so disrespectful. You gonna allow motherfuckers to get paid on the day that black folks got free. And there'll be more white people getting paid on Juneteenth than ever will be some black folks. Nate Dogg said, hold up. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Yeah, man. This is crazy. I mean, that motherfucking bill about to pass, just breeze right on through. What about the anti-lynching bill? No. What about the voting rights bill? No. What about taking qualified immunity off? No. HR 40? No. Reparations? No. Let's make the day that we freed the niggers. Yep, everybody. Yep. Yeah, we got yays over here, yays over here, yays over here. You fucking kidding me? Ain't nobody scared up in here. What you talking about, Mike? Hi. Ain't nobody scared up in here. You came in the wrong room if you think somebody's scared. This is a school of piranha, Mike High. I am strong, motherfucker. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Learn how to be strong. You don't see all this? You don't see all this? You don't see all this and not be strong and shit. Come on, man. You must be new here. Welcome to the space. I'm that motherfucker. Just to let you know. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. There's them, then there's me. Just to let you know. There's them, then there's me. Check out his profile. I ain't got time to check out that motherfucker's profile. He's on my shit. So whatever his profile says, he must not be popping because he's over here. I'm not angry, motherfucker. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm an Aquarian. This is how I'm happy. Shit. You got to understand, the decibel level has nothing to do with my anger. The profanity has nothing to do with my anger. I am a full-blown Aquarian. See, if you anger me, you control me, and you'll never control me, Mike High. Get the fuck up out of here. Stop creating that bullshit in my fucking chat room. Get the fuck up out of here. Go find somebody else to fuck with. Don't report. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing free. Let him live. Let him live. We don't give a fuck. They come in here fucking around, trying to talk shit. Anger. Don't get angry. Calm down, dude. Calm down, bro. Eat a dick. You come on here looking for trouble, you found it. Shit. Fuck wrong with you? Fuck him. We don't put people out. We let them walk out. Eat a dick. Now, we're not having a conversation. We ain't talking about shit. You came in here on some fuck shit. And it's late. I'm about to get out this bitch, so I'm going to close out properly. Shut the fuck up. Let me exit. So, yeah, y'all. We talked about a lot of shit. Started with the Juneteenth thing. Ended with talking about, like I said, origins and shit. Good conversation. I'm glad Sister Kim was able to get on here. Get her a couple glasses of wine in. Let her do her thing. She getting her feet wet in this hap space. I think I did, I don't know how many. I did like some shit on haps. And man, I fucked up on my personal profile. I don't know how I missed yesterday. So I keep going back to day one. I'm like day 70 something on the other one. Absolutely a good night. Don't pray for me, man. Don't pray for me, dog. And I'm well. I'm fine. Don't pray for me. Don't, nah. No, I don't need no colonizer hands on me. I'm up out. Y'all be good out here. How many comments we end up with, Free? Oh, shit. We had over 400 comments on this motherfucker. That's good digital footprints. Y'all be good. I don't think I'll be back tonight. No, I'm going to finish this shit and then get my ass in. I'll holler at y'all. Thanks, Sister Shannon, for the info. Always documenting shit. Wigga, thanks for coming by with your lunacy. Sister Kim's already off. She probably halfway asleep. I'll always be black, bro. But for the most part, I'll always be a Negro.